Alright, so this last packet here is actually very easy. So it's all about scatter plots and like real world data. So there's a lot of information on the front showing you like how to do it. I'm just going to run through an example that also tells you how to do it, but like speedy like. So we're just going to look at number 1 on page 83. So the only tasks that you're going to have to do through all this is to draw a scatter plot, write a prediction equation, and then use your prediction equation to predict the missing value. So, number 1. So it says draw a scatter plot. It gives you all the XY values. You're just going to dot them. That's your scatter plot. So you're just going to plot every single one of those XY points on your graph. Okay? Step number 2. Use two ordered pairs to write a prediction equation, and then use that equation to predict the missing value. So if you notice, there's like a question mark here, that's the missing value. So, and on the front it tells you all this, so if I say something and it's confusing, you can go reread it. So this is the general equation that we're going to be using to get the prediction equation. Should look familiar. So we have y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, so this is the point slope formula. So here's what we're going to do. You have all these options for coordinate points. So this, let's see. So this x1 and y1 for this and this, pick any point. Any x1 and y1 is going to go in that place. Okay? This y and this x stay. So the only missing thing we really have here is our m. Okay? And there's an equation for that. So the equation for the m, which is the slope, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and again, pick any 2 points that they give you on here to find m. So you're going to pick 2 coordinate points. So you have y1, x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug that in to get your m. Okay, so you have your m value now. And then for this y1 and this x1, again, you pick any point, any x, y coordinate, they're going to go in here. Okay? Then you're going to end up with a prediction equation. Again, this y and this x are just going to stay as x and y. Okay? So that'll be your equation. And then you can use that equation to find your missing value. Because if you notice here, you have 10 question mark. You can rewrite that as like a coordinate point, 10, comma, some y. So once you have all the missing pieces here, using all this stuff, you can use the way I rewrote this. So 10 is my x, so I'm going to plug that into this x, and then I need to find that y, that corresponding y value. Okay, so then I'm going to just solve for y. And it'll make sense if you actually try this out, because you'll have a value, you'll have a numerical value there, you'll have a numerical value there, you'll have a numerical value there. So all you have to do is plug in 10 for this x here, and then solve for y. But when you're just writing out the general like prediction equation, you're going to leave your y and your x. The only time you change that y and x is when you're actually using the prediction equation to make a prediction. So when you're trying to solve for that unknown. Okay, and those will be the only 3 tasks that you have for the rest of this little packet. And again, it explains all of those equations on the front, but this is just a quick way to run through it, and that'll be all you're doing with scatter plots. Yay!